Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Community Christian. This pregame warm-up is brought to you by CrossFit, located at 860 at Daily Mill, McDonough, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, bringing you some Community Lady Knights volleyball. It's the battle of the CCSs here tonight. That is Cherokee Christian versus Community Christian. The Knights versus the Warriors should be one heck of a matchup. Looking forward to have it. Varsity will be after the JV. JVs look like we'll be tipping off here soon. Jennifer, would you call it a tip-off?
Yeah, I would call it a tip-off.
Okay. We could say a volley-off, but I think I'd get myself in trouble on that one. I just keep saying volley-off. What is he saying? He's saying volley-off. So sit back, enjoy. We'll get started here with this match time showdown between the Warriors and the Knights. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert and Score 58 Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have finished the warm-ups brought to you by CrossFit, Daily Mill, McDonough, Georgia. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael. It's glad to have everybody with us here. Looking forward to a wonderful matchup. They're going to get started here. And, hey, that means we get to get started here. Jennifer, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Well, hey, hey, that's where I can get you on a hey. Leaving it at that. But we're going to have a great game, hopefully first game matchup. And one thing's pretty much interesting about these Cherokee Christian Lady Warriors, the JV is sitting at 6-2. They've already played 8 matches so far this season.
Wow.
Granted, based on what I could do from a research perspective on that prayer was brought to you by the athletic director, Adam Collins. The mic system didn't work real well. He just shouted it out because he's got a big booming voice. So let's get ready for some play here. We've got our twins on our cameras tonight, so if I do any yelling, blame it on the twins. Hopefully I won't yell.
I think they're going to do a wonderful job.
This is something new.
It is.
This is what they normally do from a in most things, but it's the idea of how much you want to touch, how much based on COVID. They're just waving, which is always a nice thing. It's good sportsmanship across the board. So
definitely. I was wondering if they were going to do the handshakes or not.
No. They just do the old wave off and call it a day at that point. So glad to have everybody with us here at Community. We're live here in Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. We have the Lady Knights JV versus the Lady Warriors. Should be a very exciting matchup. We got the rosters in front of us. We have some great sponsorships. See if I have enough time to throw that up on the board here before we get started. Most time the referee hasn't joined us yet up on his pedestal, but we got CrossFit Plus, Discovery Chiropractic, Coach Warren E. Kinsley, SRC Ventures, Shane's Rib Shack, that sounds good right now, and Car Finders of South Atlanta, and Legacy Ford of McDonough. Coach Collins has been very busy getting sponsorships.
I wonder if we can get some Shane's.
That would be great. Well, hey, I'll do that the next time our next telecast is not till we have all next week off. I'm going to call it the Labor Day weekend off, and I don't think we come back to Community until September 8th. So we'll be able to bring these sponsors to you all night. So just sit back and relax and ready for some basketball. Unfortunately, I have no COVID, but I have a runny nose. And runny noses now in 2020 act like you have somewhere between the plague and something else. People look at you like, did you just sneeze? Hey, I just got a common cold. Everything's fine.
If you dare sneeze in public, you're...
Oh, it's not good. It's not good. I literally hid in shame trying to sneeze underneath my shirt and just like, I'm so sorry. I just got a common cold. My eyes are itchy. That's all. I need to take some Allegra, and then I feel much better.
You can never be too careful.
I hear you. As that. I totally understand that. Well, we moved our table a little bit. Normally we're sitting right behind the judge, and we thought, hey, this would be a great idea. We were wrong. Okay, those balls come fast in the back, and I wasn't ready for it. And it scared me. I screamed a couple of times. So we'll see how this happens. We're going to have to keep our eyes very well secured. All right. Let's get going here in the ball game. Pretty excited. Let's see what happens.
We're going to have number 11, Gracie Morgan, for the Lady Knights, start off the night with the serve. Here we go.
Over the net we go, and I love when they can just barely touch that net.
Yep.
And great job on the filming. We were wondering, I asked the twins, Devin and Doran, I said, hey, you ever film volleyball? No. They were quick. And they said, have you ever seen volleyball? Maybe. So expecting great things. Another little nice little start off with an ace serve right there. Score 58 ace serve. Great job.
That's a great way to get the ball rolling.
Oh, I would agree.
You cannot start a game off better.
Nice set. Going for the lob in. She tried to dig it out, unable to do that. As we flip over, I want to have an opportunity to state this game. One's brought to you by Legacy Ford of McDonough. Thank you, Legacy Ford. This game is brought to you by Legacy Ford of McDonough. Here we go.
It's like number 3, Ashley Lawrence for the Lady Warriors. Is that the serve? With a hard serve.
Oh, that was. She was able to get back.
Nice set. And
High set. Able to get it over. Good volley by both teams right now. Not enough to get over at that point.
And we've already started with the trickery, with the fake outs.
Yes, they're famous for that in the sense that you think they're going to pot and they just lob it right over that. 2-2 the ball game is. Good hard spike. Your favorite hitter up.
Number 3 has that serve off. It sounds like it's coming right off the bottom of her wrist.
That pop.
Yep.
Against the net they go. Not enough to get it over the net. Once again, this game is the best 2 out of 3. First to 25 wins. If it gets to a third game, the first to 15. This is 2 Gaps teams playing each other, but from different regions. The Cherokee, great hit. Good hustle. Just take out half the chairs. It's good. It wasn't towards us, so I didn't have to scream. And, I mean, that's what's important is that I didn't have to scream.
I wouldn't want you to scream all air.
Oh, I would. I'm yes. The guy's got his flashing light on.
I see that.
It's blinking my eyes right there. Whew. Little friendly fire coming back. Almost 18. Had to move a little bit.
Very close. Well, the Lady Knights are in charge, 5-2 early, and they're taking a timeout.
Okay, and by taking a timeout, we're able to say, hey, this timeout's brought to you by SRC Ventura. Thank you very much, SRC Ventura. It's a concrete company. Okay. I think I did enough research very quickly, but if I'm wrong, SRC Ventura's LLC. They're sponsoring all the JV timeouts games tonight, so that's pretty exciting right there. So, all right. Well, we do have some good things going on here in community. Very excited about that. We'll give a little background here during Game 2 about community, and if you're ever interested. But once again, these are 2 Gap teams playing against each other, and what that means is it's not necessarily a region matchup because this is Region 1 versus Region 2, but get to see how they're going to compete against each other.
Right. I mean, it's good to see how 2 Gaps teams will kind of match up, and that was almost a nice dig by number 16, but she just didn't get there in time. Hit right between.
Was able to find that spot. Back the other way we go. Following this match, we have the varsity match here between the Lady Warriors and the Lady Knights. Good solid hit. That's going to be not. They're able to dig it out. And back over we go.
And that was a good recovery by the Lady Knights. Nice way to get that long ball.
Not as successful right there. So are you liking the back view, or do you want to be near the judge?
I mean, I like this view. It's a pretty good view. It's just, try not to get hit all night.
Well, it hadn't happened yet. It's just the warm-ups that kill us.
That is true.
I'm going to stand up here during the warm-ups just so I can cover everything. Here we go. Back over they go. Another set. Not enough. She went up like she was going to jump 10 feet in the air.
She did.
And I thought, oh, my goodness, she's going to take somebody's head off right there.
She did get a little air, but it was not enough.
No, and then she didn't land proper contact on the ball, and it went off that part. So, yeah, one of those things that happen. Here we go. 6-4 early in the first game of the best 2 out of 3.
And you can hear the communication coming out the backcourt of the Lady Knights. Every ball that goes up in the air, they're tracking it and telling their teammates, hey,
to
go
make
get
sure
that ball.
Yeah, and you almost have to in this sense because what are you going to say? It was a crowd's problem? Nope. No problems, no fans, no problem at all here. Every home match for the Community Lady Knights will be streamed live on their Facebook page, Twitter, and YouTube. Great spike. Let's see that on a replay right there. She was able to get up and boom, lay it back down where nobody was at that point. Great shot.
Looks like this is number 18, Rose Seibert. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Hey, that's why you're responsible for that. I had to do that the other night, and I was killing some names.
I'm just going to apologize in advance if I do mess anyone's
Well, we
name
appreciate
up.
they gave us a roster, so. Over the net. Oh, she was able to. Now that net was friendly to her. It's like that net was pulled tightly, and they said, hey, let's get that ball over there. That was nice.
But Aaron Atchison came from the very back of the court to try to get that ball.
I'm able to see more of a lineup in the sense of how they stage their serves and then their defense. Very interesting to watch. Deep. Out. Another close game. What we've seen mostly here, this is our third game?
I mean,
our third day at Community?
Yes.
Okay. In that situation where it always gets close in that 10-10 matchup, and then things kind of change up a little bit. They're kind of seeing how things go. Friendly fire across the back. Got to watch that.
And number 11 for the Lady Warriors. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a captain's meeting with the referee.
He's just asking how was school. Hope everything went well. Do you got homework? Do you want to get out of here early? I mean, just normal stuff like that.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, it's when I'm talking. I'm like, hey, so everything go well today?
It's good to check in every
It's a
now
good
and
match.
then.
It's 8-7. You know, I mean, if one of you can go on a roll real quick and get some points here, we can move this thing along.
Everybody step back, take a breath.
I know.
And here we go. That was a hard hit.
Back over they go. I find it interesting in Cherokee's uniforms. They're wearing long sleeves to the point kind of protecting those arms a little bit. Thought that would be pretty good. I myself would have pads inside my arms because, I mean, I bruise like a peach. I do. There's no doubt in my mind.
So full like
Yeah.
skateboarder gear.
Oh, yeah. Some people are like, that gentleman has some big forearms. No, I really don't, but it's all right. They call me Popeye where I come from. Do you understand that reference, Jennifer? Popeye? Okay, I'm just checking.
Popeye.
Whoa, a little bit outside, ball 7. That was good. That was a good hit. She couldn't get it down, though.
That was good. And it's always those first couple of hits that just go a little long. They have to temper that enthusiasm a little bit.
That thing just skimmed over the net.
And number 3, Dawn Kelly Johnson got to that ball. She had to get down and get to it, but could not get the second one.
No.
Went straight to the ground. Well, it looks like the Lady Warriors on one of those runs.
I know.
About.
They got to stop, and they're going to call a timeout to see what happens. And when we call a timeout, it's just a timeout brought to you by SRC Venturas. Glad to have everybody with us here. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. I actually pointed to myself when I said I was Bo McMichael, like people are watching us right now. Only the camera's on us. Could you do that the whole time, just having the camera on us?
I don't think I could do that.
Not at all. Based on my sniffles tonight, I'm doing my best to hang in there. But we're glad to have everybody with us. We will go over some scheduling and tell you where the Lady Knights will be next week. We did think we were going to have a doubleheader this week on Thursday, but that game got postponed, and we'll see if we actually play Skipstone at a later date. All right, back to action we go.
All right, as number 11, Mackenzie Hannenberg.
Can we start chanting and see if she messes up?
I don't know if that'd be.
I don't know if they'd allow that. Hey, bada bada. I mean, it's not baseball, but a swinga bada. Here we go. Back over the net. I tell you one thing. She's a tall drink of water.
She's very tall.
I mean, she just did this.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't even get on her tiptoes, and
Nope.
she tapped it over like that. So that's great.
It's like being like 7'2" playing basketball. Just, why are you
Yeah,
jumping? You
I
don't
know.
need to.
No, you don't need to. Why are you wasting your energy? No need to on that part.
Okay.
7-12. Back over the net we go.
Oh, and did that drop?
Yeah, it did.
That dropped right back on their side of the net.
It was that judgment call, hoping that it's going to work out to your advantage. And if it doesn't, my bad. I missed it. My
And
bad.
I was somewhat concerned for number 12 because if
She had that look.
right,
like,
and I couldn't
yeah.
tell what side of the net it dropped on.
I
It was
know.
really right in front of her the whole time.
Oh, that's in. That is in.
Another judgment call. And we're going to have a substitution. Number 16 for the Lady Knights, Alyssa Holland, comes into the game. And that's a very nice serve.
And she tried to dig it out. Number 11 did.
She did. Very nice serve by Erin Atchison.
Last week we saw Strong Rock come in here and take on the Lady Knights and JV and a varsity.
Yes, we did. And in that game, as the ball just finds the middle of the entire group of people, and no one could get to it.
You did a good job saving me right there.
So number 21, Erin Atchison, serving again. Nice set by number 11, and up and over the net.
Hey, I don't think my mic's ever been on.
It was.
It was? Did you just turn it on? Oh, you scared me to death, girl. I looked over at it because I was about to cut my mic. I was like, man, nobody's heard me the whole time. The whole time. They're just thinking you're talking to yourself.
I didn't want,
The sneeze.
sneeze.
I appreciate that. They'd be like, oh, that gentleman's, I said, no, I got my hand sanitizer on. I just got the common cold. Nobody found a cure for it for the past, how many years for a common cold?
Yeah, no one's found a cure for it. But, the old-timey medicine, you couldn't be sick if you were asleep. So.
No. A lack of sleep, a little bit of stress, everything kind of working in its nice ace.
Nice
serve.
Ace by number 10, Avery Peacock.
Last name Peacock?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I just making sure. I was like, hey, you just making up nicknames at this point? So that's a good name right there. Not enough to get over number 10, Cherokees, located in Woodstock, Georgia. Did my little research to make sure I knew exactly where they were coming from.
Okay.
So not too bad.
That's a bit of a ride.
It is. It's a 575 to 75 straight down and going through the city on that part. I want to thank all our sponsors, especially the athletic director, Adam Collins, for doing a great job getting things started here and allowing these games to be streamed so friends and family can watch on both teams.
So we have a error by the Lady Knights. It gives the ball back to the Lady Warriors.
Kind of probably the closest match we've seen, sorry about that. One of the closest games we've seen in quite a while from the JV, being 15-14.
Definitely. Let's keep that momentum going.
The only thing I'll do is reminisce the Strong Rock debacle of 2020, last week's game. That was they all blamed me for jinxing it. Because when you're up 24-17, if the varsity, you're thinking you're going to go ahead and tie this match up, and that didn't happen.
I mean, I have to give it to to Strong Rock.
Oh,
They went on a nice run like that.
To roll off that many points.
Yep.
And you had to get 1 point, and that's sometimes the hardest thing to do is to have that one stop. Good volley by both teams right now. Set. Going for the kill again.
Tip over by number 11.
See, I feel like that's a carry. I just do. I saw her palm it, did around the world, and I mean, I just did. That's just my vision on that. That's what I'm seeing.
She did a rock the baby.
Yeah, she did rock the baby. That's awesome.
And dunked it back across the net.
I know. Got to get it over. Was successful right there.
Nice way to call that ball.
17-14. Lady Knights down by 3. Out.
And that would have been a close one because as she ran up on that ball to tip it over the net, they weren't ready for that return.
No, she needed to tip it back in the inside,
Yep.
and it just spun off her hands on the back.
Number 11, Gracie Morgan with the serve. And point for the Lady Knights.
Here we go.
Gracie Morgan with another serve. Nice set. And another point for the Lady Knights. Looks like a little bit of frustration has set in for the Lady Warriors.
And we're all tied up here in game 1. Once again, game 1 brought to you by Legacy of McDonough Ford, that is. Try to figure out who actually touched that. Was both of them or not, and not enough to get over it.
It deceived me.
Well, it did, to the point that both of them backed off because they weren't sure who get it or who didn't.
Right. I mean, I see a couple of new faces on the JV squad for Lady Knights.
I'm pretty sure they were able to get some, especially since middle school wasn't playing today, bringing some of the middle school back into this.
I don't believe number 5 has played.
Is she on your roster?
Team. She is not on my roster.
Hence why you said number 5.
Yeah.
It's all right. Well, thank you so much, Coach Collins. Appreciate that, you know. I mean, hey, goodness gracious. Number 3 with a hard serve. Going across, trying to reset. Not enough to get over with. 20-17 or 19, yeah, 20-17 here. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Glad to have everybody with us, bringing you Lady Knights volleyball in the fall of 2020.
Oh, that was a nice block by number 5 at the net to slow that ball down, just enough so they could get to it.
I'm making a lot of sound noises here. Not enough to go over there. I tell you, George Lucas would be proud of me. Did you get that reference? Special effects, George Lucas. I'm just messing with you. All right, we're going to go through another timeout here. And when we do that, this timeout's brought to you by SRC Venturas. And today's game, most importantly, has been brought to you by Discovery Chiropractics. Located in Stockbridge, North Henry Boulevard, 770-389-4744. GoDiscoveryHealth.com. I almost went with the God Discovery again, and that's always that G-O-D. I see that, and I start reading across the line.
It's a little tricky. I'll let you have it.
I appreciate that. I struggle on that part, but glad to have everybody with us here tonight. Very much enjoying a really tight matchup here, 21-17 for the JV. The varsity game will occur after the best 2 out of 3.
Now, what do you think they talked about during that timeout with the game being this close?
Now, which one? Cherokee or the Knights?
The Lady Knights.
You got to get a stop right here. Communicate and get a stop.
That was a nice return over the net. Just kind of floated up there.
Good pop across.
And I thought that ball was going to go out.
I did, but she didn't put – went for the dig.
And number 6 has been – I think she's had a couple of spikes like that just –
Very easy.
Yeah.
Casual. Just like – and that last little click of the wrist is really what puts that speed to it. Goodness. Sitting back here, you really don't you get an idea of actually how fast that's coming off. And
definitely.
I know they constantly 22-18. I'm confused.
I think they gave the point to the wrong team. Yeah, it should be. And I think they're fixing that right now.
Okay.
Yep.
High, hard serve, back over the net. Set, and a kill. Able to reset. Oh!
Your sound effects are great.
It was good. I mean, I wish I hit the replay on that one.
Number 6, Rachel Roganby tried to dig that out but could not get there in time. Once again, I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name, as the Lady Knights get another point.
22-20 here. That was a good fake out. Had us all gone on that part. A great effort from the Lady Knights right there.
Way to not give up on that play.
It hit that net twice. Get it over. Back over they go.
That was a great job.
Oh.
And you can see number 5 just kind of
that ill-advised jumping.
It
scared me to death.
And she's doing a great job tracking that ball right at the net, too.
Great volley from both teams right now, the Lady Warriors and the Lady Knights. And every time I say that, I jinx us. 22-20, game 1.
Great dig by Gracie Morgan to keep the ball in play.
Oh, just ran out of energy.
Yep. And that was a long volley. That was a long sequence.
And you talking about the concentration that's got to occur during that sequence as well.
Definitely.
There were several points that almost occurred during that night. 23-20, 2 points away from winning game 1 for the Lady Warriors.
And a serve into the net for number 6, Rachel Roganby.
A reminder, you have to win by 2 no matter what. And that's what the rule book said, or at least my mom continued to tell me you have to win by 2. She liked to play quarters. I don't know why. Here we go.
Nice serve by number 3, Dawn Kelly Johnson. Nice set by Gracie Morgan. And
out.
Just too much.
Out.
Too much on that.
Out. 24-21. This is point game for number 18 with the serve.
Rose Seibert.
24-22.
Still a little short.
Yeah, just the pressure alone from me, I would just be like, I'm going to hand the ball back to over them. I'm going to go ahead and give them the point. Call it a day.
So I'm guessing your nickname was not Clutch.
Oh, I know it was Choke, but I appreciate that. I'd giggle and laugh the whole time. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Up over the net by Aaron Atchison.
Good effort from both teams right here. And that's ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Some miscommunication on that ball.
That first game's been brought to you by Legacy of McDonough. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Glad to have everybody with us. We're going to take a short break, kill our mics for just a second, and get ready for game 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Community Christian. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Jennifer, first game went to the hands of the Lady Warriors. If you're a coach, I'm throwing it out there, old basketball protege, what do you tell your players to get them ready for game 2?
I mean, the Lady Knights had a great energy in that first game. It came down to the wire, and they just came up a little short. So I would say, keep doing what you're doing. The communication improved, as well as just the determination to get those balls over the net. So I would say keep doing what you're doing.
All right, and that's why she makes the big money. This particular game 2 is brought to you by Car Founders of South Atlanta. Car Founders of South Atlanta, thank you for everything that you do, and we'll show your information here between these games. And we have, once again, the timeouts this week are brought to you by SRC Ventures. Would you say that's Ventures or Venturas?
Ventures.
That's why, to go to you like that, the things you can spot out. You're like a walking dictionary. It's amazing. Just amazing. All right, we're live here, Community Stockbridge, Georgia. Woodstock is where the Cherokee Christian Lady Warriors came down 75 today to venture on. Want to thank all our sponsors. We're able to show those up between game 1 and game 2. Varsity will be starting after, hopefully, the 3rd game. I'd like to see us get to 3 games here. Might as well. The only thing I have is Taco Tuesday to think about. So I'm okay with that. Here we go. And away the action we go.
And that was a nice serve by number 3, Ashley Lawrence for the.
And boom, just like that, we got a point on the board.
Yep.
Nice. Nice way to start that off.
And number 11, Gracie Morgan, is going to start off our serves for the Lady Knights again.
We'll add some replay in this game. Kind of just sat back and enjoyed the first game without any too many replays. Once again, you have to get to 25, and it's the best 2 out of 3, so this is a must-win for the Lady Knights. Up against the net they go.
Number 4, Coralie Mayo, with the error into the net. All right, number 6 for the Lady Warriors, Rachel Roganby, back to serve.
Great serve.
And Coralie Mayo, she tried to get down and get that ball. It bounced right beside her fist.
Man, we see that on the replay right there. It was definitely not going to happen.
Nice hard serve by number 6, Rachel Roganby. Nice set. Great way to dig that ball out for number 21.
And the volley continues. Another set. Going for the spike. Probably should have let that go. Double hit to the face.
That was great hustle on the Lady Knights' part to try to go out and get that ball. But, yeah, those are those judgment calls where, sometimes you just let it go.
When you're going for it and see what happens.
It's early in the game, though, so,
3-1. Open hand serve right there. Not enough to get it.
Oh.
Rolled off 4 points so far, number 6 for the Lady Warriors.
And in game 1, she had a couple of nice spikes, so this is on brand for her.
And just barely clearing the net, which is nice because it's just coming off, no doubt, to stop it.
Ooh. That was
when
hard.
it hits that top of the thing, it's going to come down faster than it went up.
Definitely went all the way up and hit the top of the roof. And the Lady Knights call a timeout.
And with that, a reminder, this timeout's brought to you by SRC Ventura's timeout. Game 2 tonight is brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta And this whole JV match is sponsored by Discovery Chiropractic, located in Stockbridge, Georgia, North Henry Boulevard, 770-389-4744. GoDiscoveryHealth.com. Look them up. Get some information. Put it in your pocket and save it for later. I always believe those utilities. I'm glad I made you laugh on that one. That's good. I'm keeping you. You're like, man, oh, man, he just does not stop talking about that. It's all right. Here we go.
Well, we'll see if this timeout can slow down the Lady Warriors. Nice set by number 11. Up and over the net they go. Oh, that was a nice save.
Not enough to get over. That ball spun back, went the other way. I don't think she was ready for it that much that she put on there. 5-2 here early.
Looks like we're going to have a substitution on the Lady Knights.
Either that or they're
and the Lady Warriors.
Doing a conga line right there. It was just a rolling down the river. Proud Mary. Here we go.
So number 9, it seems, for the Lady Warriors, Sarah Wilson will come into the game. And number 12 will come into the game for the Lady Knights. 16 for the Lady Knights, Alyssa Holland.
Like to get a couple points right here. It'd be nice after this long kind of delay. Back over after 3 hits.
It's nice to have some tall blockers right at the net, but they haven't had much to do today.
No, they haven't, because they're really getting it over top of them.
Right. The ball is just high enough to maybe skim the top of their fingers. Just like that.
Trying for the block, unsuccessful. And volleying we go. Enough to get it right over. No! Ah!
Yep. And that was a great play. They came too close to each other.
A reminder, 6 players, 3 hits per side. If it hits the line, it's in. Just here dropping knowledge as quickly as I can.
It seems what would you call those antennas came out of the net?
Beep, beep, beep. Did you say antennas? I'm so sorry. I thought you antennas. Beep, 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 beep.
Once we get that secured back up, we should continue our game.
Well, I was watching down in the bubble in Orlando that they, hey, Garcon, thank you. Appreciate that. Coach Adam Collins, athletic director, brought us some aqua. Can't argue with that. He's doing a great job assessing the situation. He's a very well-known figure here at Community. Very happy to have him allow us to come here and film this game for you folks out there in YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook world. See, little do you know that Coach Collins is the voice of Score 58 Network. So back to the action we go. We'll talk about Coach Collins later. Here we go. 6-2 down by 4.
Oh, and that was a nice block by number 17.
It did.
But they were able to tip it back over to her side of the net. Very nice job by number 5 for the Lady Knights.
You can see this in a replay. It was just enough to get right over her fingers, and boom. Back row was not ready for that. Back to live action we go. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael, Jennifer Colbert with Score 58 Network. I do believe the medicine's kicking in. Good times.
So we thought that the Lady Warriors had a tall, they came out with a taller person at their net.
Yes.
Number 17, Lauren Croning.
Friendly fire.
Croning.
And you just got to stay in the middle. That's part of her job. And they were like aiming for her. She just kind of sat there. I was like, oh, hope it works out. 7-4 here. Game 2. Must win for the Lady Knights to get us to the 3rd game. I'd like to see a 3rd game there, Jennifer.
It would be nice to see a 3rd game.
Just because I want to see the whole 15 points, the stress, you know, what it can come down to. We haven't seen that. Now, I myself don't want to see a Game 5 of a varsity match. I'm good.
Yeah, by Game 5, I think everyone's just ready to
But if it's a good, yeah, I don't know. It's one of those. It's hard to tell.
Not even if it's a close game.
I'm hard to tell. It's It's like when somebody says, "Hey, I really do enjoy good penalty kicks." Do you remember how long you have to do to get to penalty kicks? No. That's a hard way to think about it from soccer perspective.
Long process. As the Lady Knights are coming back strong.
7-6 here. Game two is brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta.
All right, so number 4, Coralie Mayo with the serve and the excellent return by Aaron Atchison.
Hit it where they're not. And can we? Oh, just barely pops over the net right there. The volleying's continuing by both teams. I like what the Lady Warriors are doing. They're a really good team, and Lady Knights are able to answer hit by hit, set by set.
It's a little bit of frustration for number 3, Ashley Lawrence. That was a perfect setup. She just pushed it just a little bit too far over her head.
And before, you'd see them kind of smile, hey, good try, my bad. They have a lot more intensity, maybe because this is a region-style matchup between the two. Even though it's Region 1 versus Region 2, it's still in the same GAPS 1AA division. They could find each other playing again in the region tournaments and state playoffs. Definitely. I think probably just state playoffs. I don't think it'd be the region tournament. My bad. They're two different regions. Ooh. Over the net they go. All tied up here, 7-7 in game 2. Great spike. Off the.
And that's a point for the Lady Knights.
As the coach for the Lady Warriors like, hey, could you just set it instead of trying to hit it over?
Yep, I mean, a nice set would, kind of take some of that intensity off of the ball.
Where you have more control over it.
Definitely.
Great block.
Nice block at the net by number 12 for the Lady Knights.
Hard to tell if it was the net blocked it or the hands blocked it.
I mean, I think her hands were close enough.
When I showed it on the replay, it was like, half a dozen, one or the other.
She was in the vicinity, so I'm willing to give her that block.
Well, the battle of the CCSs continue here. And just like that, it's 10-7 here early in game 2, and they're going to take a timeout and get their bearings, figure out what's going on. I want to thank all our sponsors. And when we have this time, let's talk a little bit about CCS. We have this opportunity to throw this up there. 55 seniors last year graduated from the class of 2020. 2 went to the Service Academy, $9.3 million in scholarships. 91% earned the Hope Scholarship. That is congratulations to the class of 2020. Definitely was a different way to end out your senior year, to say the least. We had a chance to film their graduation, and I'm glad that they were able to have it on the field and in a social distancing piece, which was nice.
Yeah, the class of 2020, they've gone through a lot this year.
Oh, yeah. And the only thing is 2021's like, hey, wait. So, just hold on. Hold on. Here we go. Live from Community Christian in Stockbridge, Georgia. Up 10-7. Hey, and that's called an ace.
That's a nice ace by number 4, Coralie Mayo.
Do appreciate everybody tuning in here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Streaming in all 3 areas. She said, I'm going to hit it twice. That's no problem.
And that was a nice kind of push over the net by Aaron Atchison.
Out.
Just too much on that ball by number 17 for the Lady Warriors.
I'm a little confused. I gave him a point. It is 8-11. They said it hit net.
Oh.
I disagree. I don't know why I disagree, but I felt like I don't know all the rules properly, so I do a good old disagreeing if need be.
Looks like we have a
Substitution.
all right, so number 6 for the Lady Warriors, Rachel Roganby will come back into the game. Ooh.
Great ace by number 10.
Number 10, Avery Peacock with that ace, and I don't think the Lady Knights were ready.
No.
I don't think anybody knew that the ball was in play.
And we're still thinking the rotation come in, and
Right.
you got to listen to that whistle and get your brain strapped in. She went to the opposite side for this serve. And we were up by 3. Now it's all tied up again there, Jennifer.
Yep, and Erin Atchison has to find a way to take some heat off of that ball.
She has not been able to get it down all game.
Nice dig by number 11 for the Lady Warriors.
Varsity game will follow this particular event. We will stay live on the air with a counter. No need to drop, mainly because we are hardwired in tonight, which is always nice. We're finally able to figure out that debacle instead of walking around the gymnasium looking for the hotspot area.
And the one spot in the gym that our internet
was
works.
awesome. Real well, though, right there in that one spot. I think that's where the Never is as well from Stranger Things. So just,
oh, man.
That's that area. It's a little time portal. Here we go, 13-11. 2 more points on the serve, enough to get it over. Number 21 for the Lady Knights. Good effort.
These ladies are coming all the way across court to grab these balls.
There is a sense of hustle on both squads.
You feel
Ow! Sorry, got excited. You got to get this point, ladies.
Yeah, after all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was exciting.
It was.
Yeah,
it
they
was
did
exciting.
a great job. Right?
And hopefully, as we have a substitution, number 16 comes back into the game for the Lady Knights.
I was looking for some taglines this week and then realized I'm just overwhelmed. I'm not going to look for taglines.
Come up with our own catchphrase.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But you can definitely feel the intensity out on the court.
So much different from the last 2 times we've seen them play. I mean, and if this is intense, I can't even wait to see what the varsity game's going to feel like.
Right.
Because if anything, I think community wants to come out with a better sense of purpose than what happened with Strong Rock, where they just could not seal the deal.
Right, yeah. And you can only expect that to be on their minds as as they play this game.
Because it was an 0-3 defeat.
Yep.
They did not. They had 2 games in tow and could not finish them off. (14-13) here in game 2. 15-13. Listen to you. You're fun. The player in you starts coming out. And you're like, I don't know about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this time out's been brought to you by RSRC Venturas. Thank you very much for sponsoring tonight's JV action. Also, let's go ahead and do our proper match sponsor for tonight's JV match is Discovery Chiropractic, located in Stockbridge, Georgia, North Henry Boulevard, 770-389-4744. Game 2 has been brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta. And for everybody, thank you so much for all that you do for the Lady Knights here at Community. And that is another SRC Ventura timeout. Back to live action.
So number 13, Adeline Carley, back to serve for the Lady Warriors.
What I'm going to do is just give you a mic and walk over there when they're in the middle of the timeouts to hear what they're saying.
just don't mind me. I'm just, you know, here for the broadcast.
Yeah, I'll just see what you're saying. Do you mind if we mic you, Coach? Oh, that'd be so much fun. We probably could pull that off in this.
We could, definitely.
Yeah. That would be entertaining with some wireless mics on the coaches. Hey, let's listen in on the huddle. Too far. Out. Side out. 15-14. Want to get a substitution, number 9 coming into the game for serve. Number 5 back to the bottom of the net.
It's a little too short on the serve.
16-14 here in Game 2. Game 2 is brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta. Looking for a car? Come find Car Finders of South Atlanta to find you that car you've been looking for. That was just off the huff right there. Boom, right there. You can feel that intensity of who's going to go get that ball. They all kind of looked at each other.
Yep.
And pulled that cartoon where you just run it in place trying to get back to it.
I'm running, but I don't seem to be moving.
So I felt when that ball came across that first time during warm-ups. I was like, oh, we probably shouldn't have set up here. My bad.
I will say, since the game has started, we have not been in the line of fire
Well,
yet,
I appreciate Mrs. Jinx right there. All right. Well, it didn't help. There was individuals practicing right in front of us, spiking the ball.
Yep.
And we hadn't really experienced that because we've always been over to the other side. High serve by number 3. Once again, Cherokee Christian School is located in Woodstock, Georgia. They are the Lady Warriors. You can find them on Facebook. Down the line, out of bounds by number 6.
All right, so number 11, Gracie Morgan, back to serve for the Lady Knights.
18-15. Like to roll off at least 5 points and get a 2-point lead. Would be nice. Very evenly matched teams, I will say.
I will have to agree with you on that one.
I feel like both teams serve about the same. Nobody is we haven't, like we've seen them before, where they can run off about 10, 15 points.
Yep.
Not necessarily happen now. I think it's because of the defense that both teams are playing right now.
Yeah, and I mean, they've been, all over the court the entire night. So, I mean, that fatigue kind of sets in that you know that your team has your back and they're going to go and get those.
Oh, it's online, is it? Yep.
Now, I would say that ball was in.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, it was right on the line, but that was.
But line means in.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Yeah.
A little perplexed. When he gave the hand motion, I was trying to understand what he was giving.
But the Lady Knights get a point, so. As the Lady Warriors get a rotation, number 5, Sadie McTaggart comes into the game.
Up by 2, Lady Warriors.
Nice set. Okay. And that is a point for the Lady Warriors. 20-17.
I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert here on the Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with us. Does somebody else sneeze?
Yes.
Oh, it's contagious.
That is not a word I would like to hear.
Come
right
on,
now.
I've seen the movie Outbreak. Oh, my goodness.
Nice volley by both teams. keeping that ball high and up over the net. And
20-17 right here.
finally, Aaron Atchison finds a way to get that points to score.
Almost, I'm going to hit you with it, and that's how I'm going to get you to score, whether it's going to be going out of bounds or not.
It came too fast at her, and she couldn't get it to where she can manage it and get it back over the net.
And just like that, we're almost tied up here, 20-19 here in Game 2. We could be seeing our first Game 3 action here with the Lady Knights JV action here at Community. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert.
That was the softest.
Tap in right there. Oh, that ball just barely got over, too. This is a good volley by both teams. Most of the time, the Lady Warriors come out on the other end of it.
It's a slight panic on the floor right about now.
Yep. And they finally able to turn the tide and get this thing tied up 20-20.
That was a great job. And it looks like we have an
Injury on the
injury.
Yep.
To number 5, Sadie McTaggart. Not sure what exactly happened on that side of the net.
Possibly a twist of an ankle.
Yep. Yep, that's what it looks like. All right, so tie game, much closer game.
Definitely than the first on that end. With 20-20, first team to get to 5 more points will either, if it's the Lady Knights, it'll continue.
Points for the Lady Knights.
I love that they hit the ball in a place I can't see every time. It's, you know, I'm able to spot those lines across the board, but not that. 21-20. Around we go. Oh, wow. Great effort. I want to watch that hit. She was able to literally, it felt like it just caught everybody on the heels. They were all sitting back.
And they all made the same noise of, oop, nobody's there.
Nobody's there. Up high we go.
And that just scooted over the net.
Not enough, 22-21.
Number 11 with the serve. And that's a nice spike by Coralie Mayo.
Everything's tied up here, 22-22.
Found an open spot on the floor and hit it right there, straight down to the ground.
Game 2, this is a must-win for the Lady Knights if they want to see a third game here. Good open-handed. Trying to set up again. The bump set has been their famous move right now. I'm more of a setter with my hands.
A little bit of friendly fire, but still, still manages to get it up over the net.
Too far. 23-22.
Good point by the Lady Knights. Number 17 for the Lady Warriors caught that one right in the chin, but was able to recover and get it back over the net as we have another timeout.
First game was brought to you by Legacy Ford. This second game is brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta. This particular timeout is brought to you by SRC Ventura's Timeout. Tonight's timeout sponsor, SRC Venturas. Match sponsor here for the JV. Could go either way. Discovery Chiropractic, located in Stockbridge, Georgia, 770-389-4744. www.godiscoveryhealth.com. Glad to have everybody with us. Be very interesting coming out of this SRC Ventura timeout. Can the Lady Knights get a victory in Game 2 and push for a Game 3? What do you think is going to happen, Jennifer? Yes or no?
I think we'll actually get to a Game 3.
I'm not allowed to make prognostications anymore because I did it and we rolled out 7 points against us. So I'm like, hey, there's no way they could do that.
Well,
and the varsity's probably listening going, sir, could you let that go? Nah, I can't. 23-23. You do have to win by 2. So this is a 2-2 matchup right now. First one to 2 wins.
That was a great way to track that ball down and just get it up over the net.
Great block. She tried to block it with the hands up, just wasn't close enough to the net. Number 12, 17 popped it over the net. And then you're looking at each other face to face. I'm just like, hey, that was a good drive.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
that ball just found a way straight between her, right between her arms.
This is point 23. If the Lady Knights cannot connect here, this is the match. I think maybe went under it.
That's what I'm thinking happened. So it is now, once again, the tie ball game.
Got to win by 2 here. Glad to have everybody with us here at Community, live in Stockbridge, Georgia. And just like that, they're going to have an opportunity to win this game on this serve. 25-24.
And it is in the hands of number 21, Erin Atchison.
Hey, I'm not allowed to say anything.
In.
At least he called it that time.
Yep. And that is the game.
26-24, that is the game. We will take a moment to pause, and we'll be right back here for Game 3 at Community. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we get it. You get it. It's free volleyball here. It's game 3, something we don't necessarily get to see too much in our style of games here. And the buzzer's up, and we're ready to play here. Everybody, I thought we were about to go to a prayer. I got real quiet. People put their hands behind their back. I'm got to stay quiet in situations like that.
Got to check the rotations first before we start.
Look at you getting all volleyballisms on me.
By the third outing, I picked up some things. I know some stuff.
Probably the hardest thing that I get confused between that overhead pass and that bump pass, trying to make sure I say it correctly.
Okay.
And then when you dig it, is it a collapse, a sprawl, or a dive, and a pancake and a barrel roll? I mean, so
okay.
Here we go.
You're much more dedicated than I am with the technical terms.
I just try to, I'm trying to. Here we go. First to 15 win. We are on game 3. First match went to the Lady Warriors. First game went to the Lady Warriors. Second game went to the Lady Knights. Both games fairly close. That second game was definitely went down to who could win by 2.
It was a nail biter. Oh.
And now the only thing you really got to have is a little bit of Mo on your side. And if you've never met Mo before, it's a fickle little beast. This gets that momentum. That's what I meant. Did you catch that?
I did not catch that.
Oh, you did not catch that. That's good. All right. 6 just gave that old finger roll, popped that over on the other side.
She's been doing that all night.
Yep.
And it's been working, so why stop now?
I know when you don't have to, that's a silent kill at that point. It's a hit, but it's definitely a silent kill. This third game is brought to you by Legacy Ford and Car Finders of South Atlanta. All third games of the match. We have enough to get it over the net.
That was beautiful, Ace. Beautiful.
I think that ball in that net had a partnership, and they helped each other over right there. That's what I think happened.
Oh. And just a little short on her serve, Alyssa Holland. We'll turn the ball back over to the Lady Warriors.
3-3 here in game 3. First to 15 wins. I can't confirm nor deny. Do you have to win by 2? Not necessarily sure at this point.
Well, we shall soon find out.
Yes. I hope it doesn't get to that close of a match to decide that. Into the net they go. Side out. Favor of the old Lady Knights.
And number 18, Rose Seibert, comes out of the game for the Lady Warriors and enters number 13, Adeline Carley.
Next matchup will be Tuesday away for the JV Lady Knights. They're playing at Strong Rock. Tip-off's at 5:30. And then we're back here the day after Labor Day. Why not? Playing CGA.
And another point for the Lady Knights. It's a bit of miscommunication on the Lady Warriors' part. Everyone converged on the ball, but then no one put it over the net. So
not enough to get over the net at this point. Another fall sports occurring this Saturday. The football team, housed by head coach Craig Chapman, heading up to Canton, Georgia, to play a little jamboree action between the North Georgia Falcons and the Community Knights. We will not be streaming that live.
All right.
Yep. We'll be in Spartanburg.
Yes, we will. And that is a point to the Lady Warriors.
5-5 here. 10 more points. Neither team is going to get a victory here. A well-earned victory.
And just a little off is Mackenzie Hannenberg with a serve. So point to the Lady Knights. And number 4, Coralie Mayo, goes back to serve. And
next game that we have, I'm going to play Stump Jennifer. I'm going to ask you some trivia questions to see if I can stump you. I'm going to have the Stump Jennifer corner here. In the varsity game, we're going to have the, it's going to be called the Maddie Minute, dedicated to Maddie Page, a senior here for, great effort, a double tip over the net.
Yep, and that was just a lucky play.
Sorry for my sniffles. I will take care of that between the two games. Right now we're in game 3, 7-6 matchup.
Couldn't get that ball back over the net. It had a little bit too much spin on it and went sideways instead of going straight back over. And
so rude that the ball doesn't do that. And then
just go where you tell it to.
I'm telling you, if you can help that out, that'd be the nice thing. This timeout's been brought to you by SRC Ventura's Timeout. And tonight's JV timeout sponsor. But we will have several different new and exciting things for the varsity game. But thank you, SRC Ventura, for sponsoring a timeout here for the JV game. We're in game 3. Back to action we go. Somebody didn't turn off their phone. His name would be Bo. Can't take him anywhere.
Number 10, Avery Peacock with the serve. Nice set and back over the net by Aaron Atchison. And miscommunication by the Lady Warriors gives the point to the Lady Knights.
Keeps everybody very close into the game right now. 8-7 here.
That is one hard
Yes,
serve.
it is.
And it's too much on that ball by number 6, Rachel Roganby.
Tie ball game. Not enough. And she's catching a nice little momentum. That is an ace serve, a score 58, 8 serve. 9-8. It's rolled off 3 straight points here in game 3.
And just no one stepped up to grab that one. And looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Lady Warriors.
Got to gain that momentum back.
Yep.
They seem to kind of fall off just a little bit. And that's what, it's if you have the timeouts, might as well use it.
You can't take them home with you.
No, you can't. I tried to one time, and the police stopped me. They were like, sir, you cannot take that time home. I said, but I haven't used it. Sir, just give it back. So, it was the scoreboard that I was taking, but it had a timeout on it. There's details with that. So, it's details.
I could just imagine
you
dragging a scoreboard.
It wasn't. It was underneath my arm. And I was running too, so that's why they stopped me. Here we go, getting another SRC Ventura timeout.
And the Lady Knights are fired up. They're ready to.
Well, they can feel it. They only got to get 5 points.
Yep.
Let's rock and roll. Let's finish this match out here at Community, live in Stockbridge, Georgia. Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite.
And another ace by Aaron Atchison.
Bringing the thunder and the heat. Let's see if we can get another ace.
It seems like the distance, and that's another point for the Lady Knights. It seems like the distance for that added distance when she's out to serve the ball helps her keep that ball in bounds.
And at this point, the only thing they can do is continue to just hope to stop and stop this momentum coming across right now.
Right.
Another timeout for the SRC Ventura's timeout. I know you're excited to find out what timeout is for the varsity, but you're going to have to hold on that, Jennifer, Could you imagine? I mean, we've had a lot of timeouts. Normally, you don't. I mean, it's to sponsor a timeout is kind of a roll of the dice because you might not get a lot of timeouts being called.
Right.
I myself am looking forward to calling that timeout in the varsity game, but right now we get to call out one more here, the SRC Ventura's timeout.
All right, number 21, Aaron Atchison back to serve.
3 points away.
Okay.
Okay, that ball's in, right?
Yes.
Okay, look at you. You went yes. You didn't even blink on that. The ball's in. I'm very confused.
Until they, start asking us for sideline replays.
Yes. And I probably could have clocked it back, and I just was like, oh, my bad. Sorry.
Oh, good recovery by the Lady Knights.
Not enough to get over the net. And their point 10-12.
A near collision through the net.
Maybe we're missing something. Are we missing anything?
Because we're
right there.
Yeah, we're right by the line.
Yeah.
So, that's the line judge's job.
Yeah. I'm just seeing it differently. Like I said, I don't want to do the job, so I'll call the game, sniffle my nose with the best of them, and leave it at that. And just like that, 12-11.
Number 13, Adeline Carly gets ready to serve.
She put some heat across that, and it just literally spun over the net.
And that was a great return.
13-11 here. In game 3, you only have to get to 15, so this is the ball game. Coming up 2 points away if we're able to find to do it. Good match from both of these teams. If this is showing the kind of skill level Region 1 and Region 2 brings, that's great. And we do appreciate everybody tuning in with us this evening. While the varsity team warms up, we will take a pause.
I will say the future is very bright for these two teams. For this to be a JV game going this hard, the future is bright.
They might have to wear shades if they play again on October 5th. 12-13. Their rematch is October 5th up in Woodstock, Georgia. You said future's bright twice, and I could not resist, and you have to wear shades. You've heard that song, correct? As long as you've heard it, we're okay. Out.
And that was great judgment. Great judgment back on that line.
12-14. This is point, match, game, and serve right here.
In the hands of number 11, Gracie Morgan.
Good dig.
Good job.
Trying to extend it. Great effort by the Lady Knights. Over the net they go. Is this going to be it right here? And the volley continues. As it keeps going over back and forth, you can tell the pressure's building of just hoping I'm not the one that's going to mess up. I ain't going to lie. That's what my brain's thinking.
I mean, this is definitely on brand for the game. It's been a close matchup.
And that was the only ball that came over here. I was ready for it.
You did a great job saving the equipment.
Oh, seriously. No! Slow motion dive in front of it. 13-14 here. We're live here at Stockbridge, Georgia. We'll find out very quickly if you have to win by 2.
With the way that last point went, I don't think you do.
She tried to tip it right over the area. Going for the kill. And that's ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 15-13. Game, set, match. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Great game. Want to thank our sponsors for the game. First of all, I want to thank Discovery Chiropractic, located in Stockbridge, Georgia, North Henry Boulevard. Want to thank our Game 1 sponsor, Legacy Ford, and our Game 2 sponsor, Car Finders of South Atlanta. getting ready for the varsity match. But most importantly, what did you think, Jennifer? Overall thoughts of the this is our first three-game match. What was your thoughts?
I think it was a great night for the Lady Knights. Definitely closer games than we've seen from them, and it was a great team win.
All right. Well, stay with us. We'll go away here, but we're going to stay live on it, and we'll put a little counter up and get ready to start. Enjoy yourselves and get ready for the varsity matchup. They're preparing on the warm-up. The warm-up's been brought to you by CrossFit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Just wrapping up pregame warm-ups here. Pregame warm-ups brought to you by CrossFit Pulse, located at 860 Daily Mills, McDonough, Georgia. Camera action brought to you by the Johnson Twins. When you think camera action, you think Johnson Twins. All right, this is the Lady Warriors of Cherokee Christian versus the Community Christian Lady Knights. Jennifer, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
We're multitasking at its finest, so that's always nice.
Could definitely go for a nap, but you know.
Not nap. Shame on you. Shame on you. All right, and away we go. This will be fun to see how this plays out. It's a best 3 out of 5 here. You do have to win by 2. The points are 225. Pretty excited to see. Last time we saw the Lady Knights, they've taken on Stockbridge, Strong Rock. I've done that twice tonight. Sorry about that. Next bit of action will be away at Strong Rock, 7 o'clock on Tuesday, September 1st. And away we go.
All right, so to start off the game, we have number 3 for the Lady Warriors, Savannah Carley, back to serve.
For those people that have joined us, the first game went into 3 games, or the first match went into 3 games. So very exciting. The Lady Knights came out victorious.
Oh, and we're still waiting for the.
Well, he's not in his
I
position.
did not realize that.
Yeah, nothing can happen until he's in his position. All right, scoreboards are set. Have a maroon and black with white, meaning that's what the CCS Lady Warriors represent. CCS Lady Knights in black and blue and white. Glad to have everybody with us here live from Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, and away we go. Any predictions?
I'm predicting that the Lady Knights pull this one out. They're due for a nice win.
I think CCS is going to win, and I feel like I'm very confident on that.
Very nice.
That is called sitting on the fence and not willing to admit it. Either way, here we go.
And it seems like that ball was in, so that is a point for the Lady Warriors.
I'm watching these points this time. I'm watching them. I'm watching these points this time. I am. I'm going to pay attention to these. They're in and out, especially back here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying out loud.
I am 100% behind you on that
I appreciate that. I'm going down with this ship. For those people that like Dido, that was a good song of mine. Early 2000s. Here we go. Following start. She got to be a little tired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
She played 3 games on the JV squad, number 21 for the Knights, Lady Knights.
Yeah, Aaron Atchison plays a lot of double duty for them.
This first game is brought to you by Legacy of Ford of McDonough.
A nice way to direct traffic back there for Maddie Page. Making sure all her teammates are in the right spot.
And just like that, we got 3 points. Tonight's varsity game is brought to you by Coach Warren Kingsley. Coach Kingsley is shaping and molding community students daily on the football field and in AP European history and English classes. Thank you, Coach Kingsley, for all your generosity. Tried to dig it out right there.
That was a nice dig by Maddie Page. Just number 11, Gracie Morgan, too close to the net to get it up and over.
And where we didn't see necessarily this in the first game, we've got to break serve right now and kind of get things going and stop this onslaught, 4 straight points by the Lady Warriors. Maddie with the hit. Good dig. Trying to get to that back corner where nobody is.
I have to commend these players for, you know, these digs and whatnot, just putting your body down on the ground and getting out.
And that was a great effort. It really was. And, you know, I'm a person to say that was in, so I'm good.
Yeah. That was a good point to the Lady Knights.
Well, there's not a time that I don't get off the ground and make a noise when I get off the ground. I'm just like, okay. Somebody tells me how I need to get to the ground and look for something. I'm like, you're going to have to give me a second.
Give me a second to get down there and then give me some more time to get up because it's not going to be quick.
I'm telling you, if there ever is a zombie apocalypse, I'm going down. I know this. Sorry for my sniffles.
My plan is to just run until I can't stop. I
mean, I'm a hider. I'm just going to hide
that works
right behind a tree and just stand very still with my eyes closed.
You have to find a better spot.
No, a tree is, I mean, you know, put some leaves around me, I'm good. All right, 4-3. We got on a zombie apocalypse conversation. Apologize for that. She's able to roll off 2 straight points right here.
Gracie Morgan.
Deep serve. Bump set.
Very nice. Tap over the net. Ooh, those balls are coming.
Yes, they are.
Quick.
I know.
You can just hear the impact every time somebody gets to them.
Another substitution for the Lady Warriors. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, Score 58 Network here, live from community volleyball action on a Tuesday. Taco Tuesday at that.
Could really go for a taco now.
I apologize. I'm going to have that. But we get the first time out, I'll tell you who it's being brought to you by.
Huh.
And you'll change your mind about having a taco. You'd be like, I think I need some barbecue.
All right, number 10, Madeline Ingram.
Oh.
And that ball was in.
Yes. And that is an Score 58 ace serve. It's very interesting to watch all these teams and where they decide to set up with their serves. And there are 6 positions in the back, and I keep looking at it and trying to understand. This is the first time I've really seen how far she's over.
And that ball
is coming.
Has a trail of smoke after it.
I like their communication from the Lady Warriors. The Lady Knights are communicating as well.
Good effort. Lady Knights.
Maddie Page with the bump. Once again, sorry for the we're trying out new camera people. And I got the twins going, so sometimes they move it too much. They jerked it so fast just then, I even looked down. Sorry about that. We'll work on it. Those filmers.
Nice dig by number 21, Erin Atchison.
Another kill by Maddie, not able to success. Goodness gracious.
And that was a good job by Dawn Kelly Johnson to get under that ball and get it back up into the air because that ball had smoke coming off of it. It was fast. That was a great dig by number 3.
I'm going to go home at this point.
Carly.
They're just going back and forth at each other right now, trying to volley this double hit.
And all of that results in a point for the Lady Knights.
About a 45-second volley right there.
But that's what we like to see.
I'm telling you, anything crazy in the social media world going on right now?
Not right now that I know of. A bunch of text messages coming in.
It's where they're hearing you, and they're like, I know her. I know her. All right, 7-5 here. Game 1, best 3 out of 5. You got to win 3 to be victorious. We're here at 11 o'clock still calling this game. I'm blaming Coach Collins, athletic director. That's Maddie with a great cross hitter.
So far off the court, but was able to get it back over the net.
Yeah, I mean, she was in the bleachers. So you got some popcorn, a Coke. Up against the net they go, 8-6.
Number 15, Kirsten Harvey was not able to get that ball high enough to get it back over. And number 12 for the Lady Knights comes into the game.
We do appreciate everybody tuning in on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We're on multiple sites. Great spike.
Yep. She didn't even have to get off the floor for that one.
Now let's see if she did a little jump on this part.
Number 14, Lauren Crowening.
She jumped about a good distance. She did.
Okay.
If anybody wants to complain about the sniffles, I blame it on my kid and getting themselves back to school. Brought the germs in with him. I'm not used to too many. It's always that first 2 weeks of school, get my body adapted to their germs.
Good way to communicate by the Lady Knights to call off of that ball. It was 3 people going for the same one.
Good tap. Not successful enough to dig it out.
And the tap over the net by, I believe, number 2, Danielle Samsuri.
Once again, this game is brought to you by Warren Kinsley, a teacher and football coach here at Community. Thank you for all your generosity.
Ooh.
She tried to.
She tried.
She did. And she walks away from it going, even with the pop, it's just like, nope, not enough. She's like, well, hey.
And that was a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
Because they weren't not
they weren't
expecting
there.
that. Yep.
No. And see, we would have yelled if we were the opposing team, but like, that was a double clutch. She rocked the baby. That's not fair. That's not fair.
You can't dunk in volleyball.
There is no dunking in volleyball. Oh, that was a nice tap.
Yep, number 10, Madeline Ingram with the point for the Lady Warriors.
11-6 here. Good matchup here. These are 2 gaps, and just like that, we get to see our first timeout sponsor of the game. And tonight's timeout sponsor is brought to you by Shane's Rib Shack, located at 2148 Highway 20 West in McDonough, Georgia. When you think ribs, you think Shane's Rib Shack. Have you ever eaten at Shane's?
Yes, many times, actually.
You said that way too quick. You got me hungry thinking about it.
I
And, you know, and we keep thinking, hey, we're going to bring snacks with us. And I'm like, it's not a triple header. I shouldn't be, you know, going after the PB&J. But then we get these sponsors with Shane's Rib Shack. You know, I find when I go into Shane's Rib Shack, I come out with peach cobbler and a large sweet tea. And I'm like, why did I? And I eat that before I even get home, so I don't have to explain to the family why I got that.
You know. I've not had their peach cobbler before.
Oh, it's good. Homemade right there. It's not bad at all.
Here we go. That next
yes, 12-6 coming out of the timeout. Live here, Community Christian School in Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Varsity matchup. Wow.
That was a nice block at the net, but a miscommunication in the backcourt for the Lady Knights gives the point to the Lady Warriors.
I do appreciate their excitement. And once again, we felt a lot more intensity for this the JV matchup, and I feel like it's carried over here in the varsity game.
Yeah, I believe so too. And I mean, they have one player that plays both JV and varsity, but the varsity team was in here watching the game. So hey, why not continue that intensity?
Okay, a lot of heat coming off of that.
Yep.
She brings her arm all the way back, and when it comes forward, you hear this. Actually, if she did that a couple more times, I cool off a little bit, and I'd stop heating up here. Here we go, 14-6.
Number 5, Elizabeth Brown.
This is a gaps matchup. Another point for the Lady Warriors. This is Region 1, which is where the Cherokee Christian Lady Warriors are located against a Region 2 team within the Community Lady Knights.
And that is a short serve by Elizabeth Brown, giving the point and the ball back to the Lady Knights.
Would you just be horrified if I started, yeah, that's what I thought, and then just echoed? And I was like, well, we're rooting for the Knights.
I mean, it is a quiet gym.
Oh, it is so quiet. Especially I've learned to control, and I've put us back here further so they really can't hear us too much. Every now and then some people are looking at us this way, but we're in this back corner now.
It's a great ace by number 4, Coralie Mayo.
That is a score 58 ace serve. Quick dig, not able to pull it back out. She went for the dive. I would say that's almost to a point of a pancake by number 3 for the Lady Warriors, trying to dig that ball out. It's number 5, not number 3. Sorry about that.
All right, and the Lady Knights.
I feel like a communication breakdown here on the Lady Warrior side. What we might need to do next game is set up over there, because that's where the Lady Knights always play, is on that side. So we can have a little bit more of an insight of what they're doing as well.
Oh, and a nice tip over by Maddie Page. And a point to the Lady Knights.
Momentum is shifting a great deal, 15-11. They're still far away from tying this game back up. Once again, you have to win by 25. It's the best 3 out of 5 here in Lady Volleyball High School varsity action. Not enough to get over the net, and we're starting this back again.
And number 2 for the Lady Warriors, back to serve, Danielle Samsuri. Nice hard serve.
Not enough to get over the net.
Too short for Maddie Page.
A reminder, Game 1's brought to you by Legacy Ford of McDonough.
And a great point by number 1, Maddie Page, just to tip that ball straight over the net as she goes back to serve. There are only a couple of people on these teams that the Lady Knights have played so far that can handle that serve, as that ball was in the back of the court.
And it's almost a victory on both ends. One got Maddie off. That's her pushes her serve.
Sure.
And then that takes that away. Number 24 comes in for the Lady Warriors.
Too short on the serve by number 24, Michaela Luna.
And there's a certain reason that she comes in to serve like that, so they can bring in another rotation just right back out of that and kind of position their players in a certain way for the Lady Warriors.
Nice set by the Lady Warriors, and number 10 is just wearing out that side of the net with those tip overs. Point by number 10, Madeline Ingram.
18-13 here early in Game 1. First one to 25 wins. Live on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, Score 58 Network, bringing you Lady Knights volleyball. Just fingertipping it across each other. Ooh. Not able to contain the kill shot by Maddie Page.
Yep, and right when you said everybody was just kind of tipping the ball over, Maddie was like,
okay, I'm going to get it. You want to tip it? I'll show you tipping it. Well, let's get to work.
So let's get this point and keep this game moving.
19-14, number 11 for the Lady Knights. Back for serve. Little jump serve, enough to get it over the net. Good bump.
Nice block at the net. Point to the Lady Knights. So 19-15 now. Number 11, Gracie Morgan, back to serve.
She flares back and just rockets it across the line on the spike. And yes, that was in.
Huh, okay.
That was, saw that on the replay right there. That was, I'll bring you the TV next time so you can see it on the replay. I held off on that one. What are our numbers looking like on viewership right now?
We have 35 viewers.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in here. I know there's no fans, but hey, there's no problem with that. We'll stream this game live for you.
Nice dig by number 2.
Trying to hit it where they're not. Going for the dig, unsuccessful. When it's just not necessarily a overhead pass, and that's how they get it over. Just trying to find that spot that nobody is.
Right. I mean, you have to wonder how much can you practice that kind of defending that tip over of the net, because that's been kind of killing them so far.
It's all that judgment call and make sure somebody's got your back. We'll see that on the replay. That was out.
Okay.
Okay. That was our first instant replay call of the game here. That call is brought to you by Car Finders.
And just a little bit of trouble tracking that ball once it came back to the net.
Unfortunately,
the Lady Knights call a timeout.
And when you think of timeout, you think of Shane's Rib Shack, located on. My brain's tired. I grabbed the wrong read sheet. You know, it's one of those ones. Located at 2148 Highway 20 West, McDonough, Georgia. Thank you for sponsoring tonight's varsity timeouts. We just got news that the Braves game is going to be postponed, and they're going to do a doubleheader tomorrow. I'm guessing because of the rain.
Yeah, I mean, it's been pouring all day, so.
And the old man's snoring. Let's see what this radar looks like. And we got a hurricane coming in, so it definitely, yeah, but it's just sitting there, and they're like, yeah, no, hey, let's hold off on that one. All right, coming back after. The good thing is we're in a gymnasium, and we don't have to worry about the rain, at least for today.
Definitely.
Soon, when football season comes up, that's not going to be an issue.
And that powerful serve goes out.
On the way to get their hands out of the way, not near the ball. 23-16, 2 more points, and it'll give Lady Warriors victory in game 1.
That was a great job tracking that ball.
Been able to dig it out. One too high. Try to go in there for the spike, just not successful. But goodness, it's a good way to just get out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, with the speed that some of these balls are coming over the net, you would not have to worry about me getting out of the way.
No. I couldn't move that fast to begin with. Here we go. 23-17. They're still trying to make a comeback here. Lady Knights trying not to give away this game 1 against the Lady Warriors of Cherokee. No dig allowed right there. She tried, went down.
Did. And that was a hard impact off of her hands.
You heard the knuckles.
Yep.
Enough that she was like, okay.
Glad it wasn't the fingertips, so that was a whole hand worth of jam fingers. Nice set by Gracie Morgan.
A reset after a Maddie Page kill that was blocked. Hit it right where they're not. That's what you want to do every time. That's ball game. 25-17. First game goes in the books to the Lady Warriors of Cherokee. I'm Bowen Michael with Jennifer Colbert. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Community Christian. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Game 2 brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta. Thank you for sponsoring Game 2 there, Car Finders. Getting ready for action, we saw the first game go into the hands of the Lady Warriors. Jennifer, what are the Knights going to have to do in this go-around?
For one, find a way to defend that tip over the net. I mean, the left side of the net has been killing them for tip overs, and I mean that's really the biggest thing in trying to find a way to score.
Understood. It's very important on that part. The end of this second game, we're going to have a session, a new segment here between Game 2 and Game 3 of all our varsity games called the Maddie Minute. We'll be able to show some highlights and kind of acknowledge where she's going and her background here at Community. Maddie is number 1 for the Community Knights, if you haven't already realized that.
All right, number 11, Gracie Morgan, back to serve.
Oh, nice.
Just grazes the net and finds the floor. Nice ace. Score 58 ace by Gracie Morgan. And that's the best way to start the game.
It is. It really is. Out. 2 points in the books here for the Lady Knights. 7:20 Eastern Standard Time for those people watching this in Hawaii. Glad to have you with us. They started that same movement back, trying to place it where you're not.
Yep. And at that time, number 4, Coralie Mayo, was standing right there just waiting on it.
Going in with a rotation.
And number 1, Olivia Arity, comes into the game for the Lady Warriors. Just not able to get up underneath that ball to get it back up into the air.
Nope. Tonight's game, or tonight's match for the varsity, is brought to you by Warren Kinsley, a teacher and football coach here at Community. Thank you for all your generosity, Coach Kinsley. Kingsley. I'll get it out.
Nice setup for number 10.
And McKeel's down.
Just too strong. I mean, she jumps up high in the air and gets both of those arms swing right behind her.
And she does it in slow motion to the point that it almost feels like she can pick her spot here. So when it comes out, it's like, okay.
She puts all of her strength into those kills.
Nope, right into the net. Number 15 met that ball at a low angle. Just went straight into the net right there.
Yep.
4-2, an early 2-point lead here for the Knights. Silence across the crowd. We're in a golf match here, people. Sorry about that.
As we all
Maddie Page had to tie her shoes, and everybody got real quiet. It's in.
Yep, and that's one of those judgment calls. It was just close enough for her to question whether or not she should go grab that.
Oh, I had that thing on the replay, too, so that back line is
She pulled her hand out in the last second, and it just missed going out. Oh, and that was a nice low serve. And no one was there on the back end to grab that ball. Nice job by number 21, Erin Atchison.
(6-2) lead early here in game 2. Definitely not enough to get over the net. She had kind of gotten close to that net twice, was wondering if it was going to have enough energy to get over.
It worked for her last time, but it was just a little too low this time.
Well, this is our 5th game in a 4-hour period, so she's got to be a little tired.
Definitely.
Stretching out number 10 with the serve for the Lady Warriors.
Got to get that ball over. Good job by Maddie Page to get that ball over the net. And that was a nice save by number 3, Savannah Carlo, to get that ball from under the net to go back up.
underneath the net. She reached out trying to go for it, get it placed back under, unsuccessful with the Lady Warriors. 7-3. Looks like a resurgence from the Lady Knights. Great effort across the board.
I'm definitely liking the energy that I see from the Lady Knights.
Good hustle.
Definitely great hustle to get that ball how far it was.
That was like a double dig right there, trying to get it back over. 8-3 here in game 2. Live here in Stockbridge, Georgia. Community Christian. Feel like energy levels dropping here by the Warriors.
And they're trying their best to score some points right here. They can feel that run just extending, so they know they need points as quick as possible.
And just like that, number 10 comes in with the kill.
Yep.
Now it's Community Lady Knights' turn. Stop this momentum 10-3 right now. Lady Knights in a comfortable lead. I just jinxed them. Sorry about that. I'll go stand outside. Not allowed to talk to anybody.
Number 21, Aaron Atchison, tries to get down and get that dig.
Next matchup for the Lady Knights, they'll head over to Strong Rock on Tuesday. Tip-off right around 7 o'clock.
Nice dig by Aaliyah DaCosta.
Going in for the dig. Got it out. Back we go again. Good volley.
That was a nice tip over the net, but they were ready for it. And a great point by number 1, Maddie Page.
Had enough heat on it to ricochet off the hand of the defender reaching for the block.
Number 5, Elizabeth Brown, comes in for the Lady Warriors. And Coralie Mayo goes back to serve. And you can see
just get out of the way.
Yeah,
when it's coming in that fast right there.
I mean, that has to be a little bit of frustration on the Lady Warriors' part, not being able to score for this run. Trying to get anything they can.
Just that switch occurs. Faulted on a serve, unable to get it over the net.
As number 3, Dawn Kelly Johnson, comes into the game for number 4, Coralie Mayo.
Number 5 for the CCS Lady Warriors. Out for a serve, overhanded serve.
Way to be there.
Back at an angle. Overhead set, bump set.
And they're both doing a great job calling those tips as they come over the net so they can recognize them.
Block shot by 14. Finally, the point ends in favor of the Lady Warriors. Lady Knights trying to make sure they don't get this lead chopped in a little bit more. Up 11-7 in game 2.
And that was a nice block at the net by number 14, Lauren Crowening. It's number 5, Elizabeth Brown, goes back to serve. Nice set. Nice tip over by Maddie Page. Just not enough on that ball by Elizabeth Brown to get it back up over the net. And here we go. Number 1, Maddie Page, back to serve. And a score 58 ace for Maddie Page, doing what she does best.
I had what we called a sneeze attack. So I
saw that.
I was like, well, I'm going to turn off my mic. And 13-8 here.
Yeah, once again, another ace by Maddie Page.
I had to save my water bottle on that one. That came back very fast indeed. One thing nice about community, they always give us free water. It's very nice.
Definitely. And looks like we have a
foot fault.
Yep.
Ball's in the back corner, and I'm not getting it. I'm going to sit right here and act like I didn't see it. 14-9. Lady Knights have really come out here in the second game with a must-win attitude. This is a good kind of a tell of the tape for a region matchup in gaps. Region 1 versus Region 2, though.
Nice set
Jump
for number
set.
10.
Yep. She didn't have to go for the spike on that one.
No,
she just took her time and said, okay, hey, we'll pop it in and put it right there.
I mean, and if it were me, anytime I saw number 10 going up to touch the ball, I'm hugging that net to get that tip, because every time she touches the ball, it's either going to be a tip over or she's tried to spike it and it went out of bounds. So, and there's a point by number 2, Danielle Samsuri. Nice communication back there by Maddie Page to call that ball.
And the volley begins. Not enough to dig out.
And just shy of getting that dig. Right. Nice set by number 11, Gracie Morgan. Nice block at the net by number 14, Lauren Crowing.
It's kind of self-preservation right there.
Yep.
Both of them about to run into each other.
And I mean, I'd rather see that than that head-on collision.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
Yep.
No.
So that was a great business decision by the two of them.
That was a good statement of a business decision. I make those all the time. Yeah, I'm going to pass on that one. I call that a good business decision.
As number 6, Sophia Fincher comes in for the Lady Warriors. Now hard serve by number 15, Kirsten Harvey. It's just too much for the Lady Knights to handle.
Little bump set. 10 comes in. Tie ball game 15-15. Almost think there's going to be a timeout here soon.
And I would believe so, just because somebody has to slow this run down.
Right, you got to break up this rotation at this point.
All right, number 4, Coralie Mayo comes in for the Lady Knights.
Nice. Great effort. Great calculation on the hit.
That is a point for the Lady Knights and Erin Atchison.
16-15. Another close game here against the Cherokee Christians.
That was a great ace. And that ball just died on impact. Right when it got to number 5, it had no more momentum on it.
Once again, a reminder, Game 2 is brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta. Thank you for all your support. And with that, we have a timeout. And when we think timeouts, we think Shane's Rib Shack timeout. And that timeout's located on 2148 Highway 20 West, McDonough, Georgia. Shane the Rib Shack. I do enjoy barbecue. It's one of my favorite things to figure out. We've had some good barbecue. We continue to talk about Kansas City barbecue any chance all of us get together. But I will say if there's a place, here in Georgia that I enjoy going to, Shane the Rib Shack. I have one less than 2 miles from my house. In my better days, I'd have walked there. You walked it out, but then you get the meat sweats and things can go sideways. So
yeah, the walk back would not be enjoyable.
Yeah, it'd just be a little like, I wonder if I'm going to make it. I don't think so. We're going to have to pick him up.
Yep,
call an Uber.
That's when you call for someone to come get you.
Yeah, just an easy one. 18-15 here, and that timeout's been once again brought to you by Shane's Rib Shack.
All right, so number 11, Gracie Morgan, back to serve.
Jump serve. Trying to find that spot where nobody's at. Not enough to get in there.
Yep. See, and number 10 didn't realize that she was too far away from the net to get that tip over in. That's a nice serve by Gracie Morgan.
That's a nice arch that comes down very quickly.
Yep.
Volley's beginning. Set. Going for the kill. Not enough to get it. It was one of those where number 11 is that Morgan.
Yep.
Where she was thinking I can overhead pass it, and then probably needed a bump pass to get through that.
Yep.
19-16. This has been a very close second game. Usually they are here. It's always the tell factor coming out of that first game for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, it takes the first game to kind of fill each other out, and then the competition starts in game 2. That's a nice high hit by Maddie Page. Gets it up over the net.
The volley from both teams trying to figure out who's going to sneeze first.
And that is a kill by number 10, Madeline Ingram.
This Ingram checking her shoulder out right now, so making sure she can get it out of place right there. The CCS Lady Warriors trying to tie this game back up here in game 2. Glad to have everybody with us here on Score 58 Network, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. You can find us on all social media platforms. Out. Not throwing my water bottle. Sorry for the sniffles, people. I'm working through it. It gets warm in here, and I just start sneezing. I believe that's called COVID-17.
Oh, okay.
With the sneeze. I'm sorry, as you move closer or further away from me. I hear you. I've been tested. I go to the airport. They have free testing.
Okay.
So it's one of those, hey, might as well if it's free. Wait 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Sir, it's glad to have you back. And I'm like, wait, some people call me, a space cowboy. So it's all right. There are people that are going to laugh on that joke, by the way. So you're not, but there are other folks that will giggle on that part. And around we go.
Oh. Beautiful block at the net.
Back and forth. It went. That was nice. We're going to see
5.
that. She just couldn't get it back over. Great effort and attitude by the Lady Knights. We are going to finally see. It's going to be fun. It's going to be enjoyable. Friendly fire came across. Number 21 couldn't get it over the net for the Lady Knights.
And number 10, Madeline Ingram back to serve. And I just know this ball is going to have some fire coming off of it.
Some sriracha? Oh, it's going to have fire. It's one of my favorite things. I do enjoy some good fire.
And that was just what I was about to say.
I hear you. Me and Castaway, Tom Hanks and I, we do enjoy some good fire. So.
And that was a great way to handle that ball by Leah DaCosta, I'm sure.
Little bump over. Bump set. Bump set. They like getting Maddie in that corner.
She was definitely hiding because I did not know she was over there.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they just hit it out. Nope, she hides behind the judge. No, into the net. 21-20. Back and forth we go here in this game number 2. 7:40 Eastern Standard Time.
And number 2, Aaliyah DaCosta back to serve. And
can't have 3 hits now. 6 people, 3 hits. The line is in. Basic thought process that you need here. 22-20, and I'm not going to say anything at this point. Be very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
Set up for Maddie Page, who gets it over the net. And that is a very hard palm.
It is. It's not even a kill shot. It's that one, like, okay, I'm going to.
Just open hand palm. Open palm. I don't know. All right. And that is a point for the Lady Warriors.
I am spaced out as it is. My brain's tired. And you're asking that question, and I'm just like.
I lost it halfway through.
I know.
So
she hit it with her hand, okay? That's what she did, all right? I'm sorry. That's what she did. So. Good dig. Play still in. Point still in play. Not enough to get it over. Tie ball game, 22-22. First to 25 wins here in game 2.
Number 6, Sophia Fincher back to serve. Ooh.
Great job.
Great job by Maddie Page to get that ball.
Sorry. Ball got stuck. Not my fault. 23-22. This will go 5 games, no doubt. And we'll say Shane's Rib Shack timeout every time we'll be like, I'm going to Shane's. I don't know about y'all. I'll see you in game 5. Tied up, 23-23. Do have to win by 2 here. We have the Lady Warriors of Cherokee located out of Woodstock, and we have the Lady Knights of Community located out of Stockbridge here in GAPS, Region 1 versus Region 2 action here at Community Christian, Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, Score 58 Network, bringing you some volleyball, and away we go.
That was a nice misdirection by Maddie Page.
I'd have been yelling at her like, what are you, you're just messing with my mind. This point is so crucial for both teams trying to figure out, get ahead of that 24-23 mark. Out.
And that was very close and a great idea, but just didn't have enough space on that line to get that ball to stay in.
24-23.
And a timeout by, it looks like the Lady Knights.
And with that, a Shane Rib Shack timeout. Are you a ribs fan? Do you like ribs?
I do like ribs.
Okay. I'm all right with that as well.
My go-to at Shane's is actually the pulled pork, though.
Oh, yes, very much so. The just the pulled pork platter. I'll take that. And I don't want French fries. I just want, what are your sides?
Usually the fries, or I'll get the their mac and cheese. It's pretty good as well.
I like sometimes I like the coleslaw, sometimes I like the baked beans. The one thing that if I was to state, at Shane's Rib Shack, located on 2148 Highway 20 West, McDonough, Georgia, they always say Texas toast. It's just bread. Okay, it's just bread. Stop putting the word toast in front of that. Call it Texas bread because they don't toast it. They don't toast it.
It has a little.
No, they don't. I have to put in my toaster when I come home.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of toasted bread, so it doesn't.
But I do like some Texas toast, though. That big old gigantic piece of bread.
Definitely.
Put some butter and get some toast on that. That's some Texas toast. That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 goes in the hands of Lady Warriors. We'll see what happens here in game 3. With that in mind, we're going to take a minute here and open this part up to Maddie Minute here, brought to you by Community. This is kind of a senior spotlight segment that we want to have an opportunity to just talk a little bit about Maddie. She has a 4.0 GPA. She's a member of the Student Government Association, the Beta, and the National Honor Society. She's playing experience, over 8 years of playing experience, 5 years as a varsity starter. That means she started when she was in 8th grade. She's captain on both her club and her school team, her school teams. She's been a starter for the 2016, 2017, 2018 state championship teams here at Community, as well as captain of the A5 2018 USAV Nationals team in 2018. Current college interest, Citadel, which is located in, we did it last week, and Rider University, located in New Jersey. There we go. All right. Congratulations on working through your senior year, Maddie. Thank you so much. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Community Live here in Stockbridge, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Jennifer, we got a game 3 going on right now. We got to win the next 2 to get this thing to a 5th game. We got to win 3 games straight. Can the Community Lady Knights pull this off right now? And if not, what is the stumbling block for them right now? Tired? It's a conditioning factor right now. You do have some young ladies that played both on JV, and they've moved over. Can you tell me how many played on JV? Is it just one, 21?
No, it's number 21, number 4. Sorry.
That's all right.
Number 3, 4, 11, and 21 are all on the JV team as well.
Okay. So, they're venturing in right now to their 6th game.
Right.
In a day period. So, and they're used to it. It's all about conditioning. Let's see what happens here. Getting ready for the serve.
Nice dig by number 15. And Maddie Page lays all the way out to get that dig.
And these ladies on both sides are just literally diving all over the ball.
Definitely.
Here for the first point. Goes in the hands of the Lady Warriors. Between Game 2 and Game 3, we had a chance to have a Maddie Minute here, a Spotlight Senior Session, sponsored by Warren Kinsley, Coach Warren Kingsley. I'll get that taken care of. We'll have different spotlights throughout the rest of the season.
That was a close one. I didn't think they were going to get that ball back over.
And both of them going for it at the same time, too.
Right.
Good kill shot. Not enough. They dug it out, started volleying back again.
A great dig by Savannah Carley for the Lady Warriors.
And for the kill.
Number 10, Madeline Ingram.
What we'll do is we'll go get some Shane's Rib Shack, and we'll have it as a kind of a staged piece. And I'll bring you food on that part when we have the next game, the day after Labor Day. Actually, the day after Labor, September 8th, we'll be here against CGA.
Okay.
I appreciate you not asking me who CGA is. It's an academy, and I'm working through the other ones and get the initials taken care of. Off the fingertips, almost to the point if she would have let it go, maybe it would have been out for the Lady Warriors.
It definitely would have been out for in favor of the Lady Warriors.
Morgan back to serve for the Lady Knights. Once again, appreciate our filming brought to you by the twins, Johnson & Johnson. It's Devin and Dorian. They are truly twins. I cannot tell them apart, and most of the time I get myself in trouble because I'm talking to the wrong one at the wrong time, and I send the wrong one to a different direction. Almost did that today. That's why both of them showed up.
All right, number 11.
Everybody's flying all over the floor, so they wipe down the floor. She met that low instead of high right there.
Yep. And got to know a little bit of her own strength right there.
Yep. How's the viewership out there in Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube world looking?
We're sitting at 40 viewers right now.
Well, great. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, we got a great matchup here. We had a great JV matchup. To get 3 games out of that was just wonderful. And the past 2 games have been very close. Goodness gracious. I haven't seen that on the replay. Setting that up. Comes down as a hard spike right there. Goodness gracious.
And number 10, Madeline Ingram, comes up to serve. And that is an ace for number 10, Madeline Ingram.
4-2 here early in the game. Game 3, a must-win for the Lady Knights if they want to push it to a 4th game.
And that is out of bounds point to the Lady Knights as number 21, Erin Atchison, comes up to serve. And number 24 for the Lady Warriors, Michaela Luna, comes into the game. Ooh. And that was a great block attempt by number 5 to block that tip coming back over the net, but no one was there to get it on the receiving end.
Not enough on that end. 5-3 here in game 3. Jennifer, you're doing a great job across the board. Appreciate you. A long time ago when you said, yeah, I'll do some volleyball with you, and next thing you know, we have, 10 contracts to do pictures? Good times indeed.
Yep, and I'm just praying for sleep right about now.
Oh, so. Hey, that's when you wake up. I woke up this morning about 5 o'clock. I still didn't have any hair, so got to work, sitting down there. Before I took the kids, had to make waffles this morning. It was good times. 5-5, they were able to tie it all up here in game number 3. Now, I would not be surprised if we saw 5 games tonight. Just because the old perfect storm of everything, yeah.
I mean, the determination is there, the effort is there.
Oh, it is.
And I would not be surprised either.
They got a rollout 3 right now.
Yep. That was a great block by number 14 for the Lady Warriors. And a tip over the net.
Currently, the Lady Warriors are 10-4 overall, 2-2 in their region play. They've played already 14 matches. Not enough to get over the net.
And that kind of running tip over has not really been there for Maddie Page tonight.
That's, you got to have a lot of force to get that ball over on that part, especially at that velocity that the team of the Lady Warriors are bringing during this time period. 6-5.
And miscommunication on the Lady Knights.
They knew that the moment they were talking, you could hear all of them just stopped halfway through their conversation. We're like, oh, my bad. 7-5 here, game 3. Game 3 is brought to you by not only Legacy Ford of McDonough, but also Car Finders of South Atlanta. Another point.
For number 14, Lauren Crowing.
You did that slowly, so that was good. You know, since I don't have the roster from me because they don't allow me to hold the roster, don't even ask me. My name is Bo. It has 2 letters in it, B and an O.
I'm just going to double down and say that it is Crowing.
Okay.
Yep.
Eight to 5 here in game 3. Sorry for my sniffles.
I believe that was a carry on the Lady Knights. Number 5, Elizabeth Brown back to serve. And
that ball did not have an agreement with that net.
Nope.
No. You got to pay your toll to get over. Just saying.
And this has been a bit of a run for the Lady Warriors.
9-6 here.
That was a nice setup for the Lady Knights.
Trying to lob it in there on the other side for the Warriors. Good effort by Maddie Page, enough to get the ball back over. 9-7 here. Feels like it's going to be a close game 3 match. Not a lot of mistakes can be made by the Lady Knights in the hopes to get a victory. And send this thing over to the 4th game in the hopes for 3 runoff wins.
Ooh, and that just barely got back over the net.
That dig got over the net. She digged it over the net.
And I think that surprised everybody out there.
I think it did too. I was like, that thing cleared it. And it's going to have such a spin clearing it as it is.
Yep.
Once again, glad to have everybody join us here tonight. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert, Score 58 Network.
It's number 3.
I got the stare down just a little bit from the server because I was talking just.
Can't throw off a groove.
I did. It was my bad. Going in for the dig out, unsuccessful for the Lady Knights. 11-7 here. Number 2 for the Lady Warriors. Here comes the ball. Did a great effort. You had it that much you weren't going to get out. I appreciate it. You're kind of pinned in the corner right now, so I prefer you not to get out. She's hearing our conversation a little bit, so that's good.
I got my fingertips on it, so I think I did a great job.
She's wiping it off. It's all right. Up against the net. What I'm thinking, a lot of this has to do with there is a stamina level that you have, and because there have been so many volleys back and forth by both teams, it is now about playing perfect volleyball at this point.
Yeah, I mean it's taking a toll on your energy.
Yep. Because it's not an easy. There's no easy out, no easy point. I don't want to say easy out, easy point for both teams. Got caught on the back of your feet right there on your heels.
Especially when every point is coming down to those types of, I'm going to go for the dig, and you hit the ground that hard and you don't get it.
Right.
It takes a toll after a while.
13-7. Dig out. Volleying again by both sides. Trying to hit where it's not. Frustration's building in right now, 14-7. I'm Bo McMichael with Jennifer Colbert. Glad to have you with us here. This game's been brought to you by Warren Kingsley, great coach and teacher here at Community Christian. Finally, switch over on points, side out, favor of Community.
And Maddie Page is up to serve.
I'll take 6 points.
Yes.
Sir, is there a 6-point serve? Yes. What you need to do is go back behind the water tank, and hopefully it'll get in right there.
It's too much heat on it and it goes out.
Never too much heat. You can never have too much heat. You just can't. You say it, and then you're like, whew, that was on fire. That could have been too much heat. There might have been too much heat on that one. I disagree. I could be right about that one. 14 knocked it. She had a bet with the back wall that she could hit it on the back wall. Number 16 up, 15-10. They're just trading serves right now. We do this 9 more times, you're going to get you some tacos for Taco Tuesday here at Community. It is August 24th. Where did the month go?
It's actually August 25th.
That's awesome.
But I do agree with you. Where did the month go?
The best is I have a package that I have to return to Amazon, and I've had it for like side out, 16-10, that I've had it's due, and I know it's due, and I still haven't returned it. And I'm like down to like 2 days before I'm hitting the deadline.
Oh, man.
I just need to return it. I just like, I still got another day. I still got another day to return it.
I guess you just don't want your money back.
And I need to because it wasn't a good product. I need to make sure that it wasn't something I wanted to use.
That was a nice job by Aaron Atchison to track that ball down coming over the net. And not enough on the tip over is number 3, Savannah Carley. Point to the Lady Knights.
I almost sang some Vanilla Ice right now. I apologize. Up. High.
Up into the lights.
It did. Great effort by Maddie Page. And that is what we call a Grayson Burke spike right there. He asked me to give him a shout out. He is just going to be the happiest man in the world. He just came across on the thing. Hey, Dad, give me a shout out on the radio. I was like, son, we're on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, not the radio. Here we go. Around the river bend.
Man, she pulled her hands back just in time.
17-12, game 3. Getting a rotation in. Unlike the JV game where we saw a lot of timeouts, we haven't had an opportunity to say too much about Shane's Rib Shack. And the varsity.
We have not. And, I mean, that just goes to show you how fast-paced this game is. Nobody wants to stop that.
The momentum on both ends. Yeah. You know. Nobody's reeled off a great deal of goodness gracious. That's got pepper and salt on that.
And just barely grazes the net and goes out off of one of the Lady Knights.
I had a salt and pepper song in my head, but you kept talking, and I was like, I can't interrupt her. It would be disrespectful. I'm like, she pushed it real good over the net, but I couldn't do it. I backed off of that. I wasn't going to make that reference. Here we go. Goodness. High and outside, and then it ricochets because it's still in the out. That is a killer serve. Number 10 for the Lady Warriors.
That was an interesting.
Well, it ricocheted off the top. So. Now, this is a Shane's Rib Shack timeout. And one thing as a family, my wife and my 2 sons, Grant and Grayson, we do enjoy a good Shane's Rib Shack. Now, that counts as a shout-out because I was asked to do that as well. I have 2 wonderful redheaded boys that enjoy listening to their father on Tuesday nights. And she says, and they say, Miss Jennifer does a great job. She really does. Much better than you, Dad. Shane's Rib Shack located at 2148 Highway 20 West McDonough, Georgia.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
Oh, and yes. Because most of the time I'm like, go back upstairs when we have that. All right. 19-12. Feels like momentum is in the hands of the Lady Warriors right now. They're up 2 games to 0. If they're able to finish out this third game, the next time we see the Lady Knights will be the day after Labor Day. And then hopefully we make it through the day after Labor Day. So it seems it's going to be some fun things. Score Sports is getting ready for some football, so we're just happy to be here in volleyball. That ball got over the net. Didn't feel like it did. She's got to dive against that brick wall if she's going to catch that, okay? 19-13.
Yeah, it's nice to be watching some volleyball right now.
It really is. We're inside. We're fine. It's the quiet before the storm.
Nice setup for Maddie Page. And a point for the Lady Knights.
Got 2 points right now, 19-14. I'd love to see a run come about. Number 21 for the Lady Knights. Back to serve. Goodness. She tried it. She's smiling about it. She's like, well, I needed to stretch my shoulder out.
Let's put her whole arm through that ball, and it bounces off the back wall.
Yep. 19-15, down by 4. That was a horrible spin off the hand and was able to almost trick them out. The volley continues between both teams here in Game 3.
And Maddie Page, once again, with her point for the Lady Knights.
Everybody's taking a breather on the sideline. Number 10 and number 14 and number 5 for the Lady Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, and it's time to capitalize on the missing on the court right now. Try to get back into this game.
3 points away. Tying this up. Volley continues from both teams.
Ooh, just too far across.
Everybody's
court.
running one side to the next. Got to stay in your position.
Yep.
It's hard sometimes, the whole sway back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine 6 people play tennis? Now that would be fun. Everybody with a racket.
That's the first thing I thought about. Somebody's getting nailed with the racket.
Oh yeah,
before the end of the
definitely
day.
so. Good effort from Maddie. Get another point on there, 20-17. Going to be another close game here between the Lady Warriors and the Lady Knights. This is, to me, all nothing but practice because all the teams make the region, and you got 4 teams in Region 2 for the Knights. So she thought about it 3 times over. Goodness gracious.
And a point for the Lady Knights.
I wouldn't call that a pancake. What would you call that? Superman? It would be more of a, I would say the dive. That was a dive.
Yep, I can call that a dive.
20-18. We're getting a nice little comeback here for the Lady Knights. 21-18, 3 points away from tying this up. Number 5 back in the game for the Lady Warriors. I have to look to see if there's a time limit on when you have to serve by.
That is a great question.
I'll have to look into that. She decided not to go for the spike, but more to the out.
And that just barely missed that back corner.
22-18 here in Game 3. If the Lady Warriors are able to get 3 more points, they'll finish off this match. Next time we will see the Lady Knights will be the day after Labor Day.
And that was nice to get it back over the net. Oh, great dig by number 2, Aaliyah DaCosta.
Away we go.
Another dig by Aaron Atchison.
Trying to find that spot where they're not. Good effort from the Lady Knights. Great effort from Maddie. Had me faked. I was looking back to the left.
I mean, they're poking holes at each other's defense.
Yep.
And it's just nothing's. All right, and that is a point for the Lady Knights.
22-19, 3 points away by both teams. One to tie it up, one to win it. We do appreciate everybody tuning in. Got the Johnson twins on video. Jennifer and Bo in the booth, bringing you volleyball here at Community. Got called off, looking for that spot.
And if she would have let that one go, that would have been out.
Yep. Both varsity and JV, there. Oh, collapsed right there for that. Found it right there it was.
Yeah.
Rotation occurring 23-19. Good even matchup. And for two teams to kind of, this is probably one of our first intense matches that we've seen where before it was like, hey, that was a good job. You know, there wasn't that type of, I'm almost feeling like they got a history with each other, that they've seen each other before.
I mean, that could definitely be the case as the Lady Warriors score a point.
It is game, serve, and match right now, 24-19. If they score this last point, we appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, this game's brought to you by, or this match is brought to you by Warren G. Kinsley. Warren Kinsley here at Community.
And that was a nice job by Gracie Morgan to get over there and get to that ball.
And that's ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Jennifer, thank you so much for being a part of this. Tonight's sponsors, CrossFit Pulse, had the pregame warm-up. Discovery Chiropractic had the JV game. Coach Warren E. Kinsley, I called him G. He caught that. I did. Warren E. Kinsley did the varsity game. And then we had our timeout sponsors in Shane and SRC Ventures. The game's been brought to you by Car Finders of South Atlanta and Legacy Ford of McDonough. Thank you for everything that you do here for Community. Take care of yourselves. Everybody have a good night. Be safe out there. We'll see you the day after Labor Day. Till then, see you.